There is only one rule here. In my town, we don't have legends. We have instructions. There's only one. Never whistle in the graveyard. No one laughs when they say it. No one rolls their eyes. The rule isn't folklore. It's muscle memory. Like locking your door. Like not touching a hot stove. You just don't do it. I was 8 when my father, Daniel Hale, sat me down in our sagging living room and told me why. He wasn't a serious man. He built birdhouses that leaned sideways and told jokes at funerals that somehow made widows smile. But that night his hands trembled so hard the ice in his glass rattled like teeth. "Marin," he said, and the way he said my name felt like a bruise. "There's something you need to promise me." I smirked. I thought it was going to be about boys or cigarettes or not sneaking out. "Never whistle in the graveyard." I laughed. He didn't. His eyes glossed over. Not with tears. With memory. "The graveyard answers," he whispered. "It doesn't answer with voices. It answers with people." I stopped smiling. "When your mother was alive," he continued, jaw tightening, "she missed her father. He'd just been buried. She went out there one night. Said she saw him standing between the stones. Said he looked healthy. Said he smiled." My father swallowed hard. "She whistled for him." He didn't describe what happened next. He didn't have to. "I never knew my mother." "Promise me," he said. "If you ever think you see someone out there, if they look like someone you love, you walk away. You never whistle." I promised. Children promise things easily. 20 years later, my phone vibrated at 3:07 a.m. I thought it was spam. I almost ignored it. Unknown number. I answered on the third ring. Static breathed into my ear. Wet, close static. Like someone dragging their tongue across broken radio wires. "Hello," I whispered. A man's voice came through, thin and tired. "Is this Marin Hale?" "Yes." "This is Deputy Rowan. I need you to come identify a body." The room tilted. "Whose?" A pause. "We believe it's your father." The drive back felt shorter than it should have. My boyfriend, Eli, kept one hand on the steering wheel and one on my knee like he could anchor me with pressure alone. When we reached town, nothing had changed. That's the problem with places like that. They never change. They just wait. The morgue smelled like antiseptic and old pennies. Deputy Rowan met us at the door. He looked gray. Not pale. Gray. Like something had drained the red out of him. "We found him near the fence line," he said quietly. "Half in. Half out. Half in the graveyard. Half out." The coroner pulled back the sheet. I have tried, since that day, to find softer words. There aren't any. My father did not look dead. He looked processed. His torso had been opened from sternum to pelvis, not cut but split. The ribs bent outward like pride gates. Organs missing. Not torn out. Removed. His face. God. His face had been peeled. Not skinned entirely. Just loosened. As if something had tried to see what he looked like underneath. The only untouched part of him was his left wrist. Still wearing the braided thread bracelet I made in 2nd grade. I collapsed before I could scream. When I woke, I was sitting in a plastic chair, Eli kneeling in front of me. Rowan stood by the window, staring at the graveyard across the road. "Who did this?" I croaked. He didn't answer. "Who did this?" He flinched. "We don't think," he swallowed. "We don't think it was a who." Rage burned through my shock. "Don't you dare tell me this is about some bedtime story." His jaw tightened. "Your father was found with dirt in his mouth," he said quietly. "And grass under his fingernails. Like he was dragged. But there were no drag marks." He turned to face me fully. And multiple witnesses reported hearing whistling. My heart stopped. "No," I whispered. Rowan's voice dropped. Low. 2 notes. Over and over. That night, in my father's house, I dreamed. The house wasn't decayed. It was bright. Clean. My childhood version. My father stood in front of me again, young, terrified. "The graveyard makes you see them," he said. "It gives you exactly what you ache for." I turned. A woman stood in the doorway. Dark hair. Gentle eyes. My mother. She smiled at me like she had known me my entire life. "I've waited so long," she said softly. I woke up crying. 2 days later I saw her. Not in a dream. In the graveyard. I had gone alone. Eli thought I was at the courthouse signing paperwork. She stood near the back, between the older stones. Same hair. Same soft smile. Same face from the photographs in our hallway. You look like him, she said warmly. Stubborn. My throat tightened. I saw what happened to your dad, she whispered. He was so lonely. She stepped closer. He didn't mean to whistle. He just wanted to see me again. My stomach dropped. I can bring him, she said. You don't have to grieve. The air felt thick. Sweet. Like overripe fruit. How? I asked. She tilted her head. Close your eyes, she murmured. Whistle. Behind her, I noticed something wrong. Her shadow didn't match her shape. It was taller. Broader. And its mouth was open far wider than hers. I closed my eyes anyway. I hate myself for that. I puckered my lips. Before I could breathe in, a sharp, piercing whistle cut through the air behind me. I spun around. Deputy Rowan stood at the gate, whistling. His eyes were unfocused. Smiling. My mother's expression changed. Her skin twitched, then split. Her jaw unhinged vertically, tearing her face in two neat halves. Something black and slick forced its way through the opening, pushing her features aside like curtains. Rowan screamed. The thing moved fast. It wrapped around him like smoke made of muscle. His bones snapped inward. Not out. Inward. Compressing. Folding. His mouth kept whistling even as his jaw dislocated. His body collapsed into itself, skin sagging around shrinking mass until there was nothing left but a wet bundle of clothes. The whistling continued from inside the black shape. Then it turned toward me. A larger form stepped between us. I never saw its face. Just hands. Huge. Cold. They clamped over my ears. Even through the pressure, I felt the vibration of whistling inside my skull. The world blinked. I was outside the gate. The graveyard silent. Empty. No Rowan. No mother. No black thing. Just wind. The coroner gave me an envelope later that evening. No explanation. Inside was my father's bracelet. Clean. And a note in his handwriting. Marin. It wasn't her. It never is. They only wear their faces. I slipped. I heard her voice and I slipped. Promise me you won't answer back. Love you always. Dad. I haven't been back. But sometimes at night, when the house is too quiet, I hear it. 2 notes. Low. Patient. Not outside. Inside. Waiting for me to whistle back.